Today's yoga class is for everyone, including beginners. Please consult with your doctor before beginning this or any new exercise program. Yoga is a great way to increase flexibility and strength, reduce stress, and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Before we begin today, always listen to your body, do the poses that you are comfortable with, and rest as often as needed. Hi and welcome. I'm Lisa Simpchison and this is Lindsay and Lenore, and today we're going to go through a bit of a heat-producing flow class for you. So we'll begin lying down. These ladies will go ahead and lie down. Come to your back and you can lie down with your legs straight out, or you can bend your knees, creating a little teepee so your feet come to the edges of your mat. Knees come in to support each other, and then close your eyes. And just take a moment here, maybe wiggle it out, just releasing any tension that your body's holding on to. Take a couple nice, deep, relaxing breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth with a little sigh. Just letting go of anything that you brought with you. So this is your time just to be still, to come into your practice. And as thoughts and distractions arise, bring your attention back into your breath, just a nice steady flow with your breath. And do a little scan of your body here from the top of your head, noticing any areas that are holding tension, maybe an injury that you need to take care of. Just so that you can be aware of them while we move, always remembering to listen to your body first and foremost. And if anything ever doesn't feel quite right, take a break and join us when you're ready. We'll take 2 more nice deep breaths here, lying down, in through the nose, out through your mouth. 1 more, fill up your belly. Open your mouth and let it go. Gently hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a great big squeeze. Maybe rock a little from side to side. And start to rock and roll forward and back from your shoulders to your sit bones. Take maybe 3 or 4 rock and rolls, massaging out your spine. Making your way up to a seat, and we'll cross our ankles, coming onto our hands and knees. So stack your hands right underneath your shoulders with your fingers spread wide, and your knees right underneath your hips. Lift your head and tailbone and let your belly drop down. Press your arms really straight, coming into cow. You can keep your eyes open or close them here. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, round your back, drop your head, pause here for a breath, look down towards your knees, press into your hands. On your next inhale, lift your head and tailbone. And then exhale back into cat, round your spine. And we'll do 2 more just like that. Inhaling to lift and feel that expansion through your chest. Exhale to curl it all in, starting to engage through the core, using your muscles in your stomach. Last one here. Beautiful. And then come into a neutral spine. So your core stays engaged here. Curl your toes under. Really press the pads of your fingers down. Lift your hips up to the sky for our first downward dog. Keep your knees really soft and then start to pedal out your legs. Maybe you add a little twist. Maybe you just do tiny little pedals with your knees. Maybe you lift up onto your toes and then push your heels down. This is a time just for you to figure out what your body needs to start to wake up the back of your body, the back of your legs, your spine. Beautiful work. When you're ready, find a bit of stillness here. Keep your knees nice and soft. With your knees bent, push your hands into the mat a lot, lengthening through your arms. And then imagine your sit bones pushing up towards the top corner of the room behind you. So you feel your spine lengthen, and some of you might even feel a little like cracking as your neck lengthens down. And as long as it doesn't hurt, we're good. It's a nice release. Good. So from here, look towards your hands, bend your knees a lot so they're almost touching the floor, and then step your feet one at a time to the top of your mat. Keep your feet about 2 fists width apart. Soften your knees. Big inhale here. Exhale to roll all the way up to stand, stacking your shoulders over your hips. Reach your arms overhead, coming into mountain. Just pause here, close your eyes. Lift all 10 toes, and then press down the pads of your feet. So your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound in the center of your heel, and your toes are light. You can let them rest back down gently. Good. Take one more big breath in here. As you exhale, hands through heart center, bend your knees, fold forward. Bring your fingertips onto your shins, maybe even your knees. Lengthen your spine. Just pause here. I'll turn to the side so you can see we're not dropping everything forward. We're finding this length, drawing in the low belly. Keep the chin slightly tucked. Big inhale here. Fold forward, soft knees. Push down into the floor. Inhale. Exhale as you draw your low belly in and roll yourself up to stand. Big inhale, exhale, fold forward. Find that length in your spine again. Inhale, fold forward. Soften your knees. Last time. Inhale, roll up on your exhale. Big inhale as your arms float overhead and fold forward. That halfway lift. Inhale, fold forward. This time, plant your hands and step back to your downward dog. And I'm gonna give these girls a little break for a minute so you can come onto your knees so that they can watch, so we can figure out where we're going next. We're going to move from our downward dog to plank. And how we do that is we bend our knees a lot. Take a big breath in. Exhale as you lift your hips up high and let that roll keep coming forward to a plank. Of course, at any time you can drop your knees to the floor. And then we'll lift back, coming through the bent knees, rolling forward. So we'll all try that a few times. So come to your downward dog. Good, bend your knees a lot. Big inhale. Exhale as you lift your hips up high and roll forward. Beautiful work. And then back to downward dog. Let's do that a few more times. I think I'm gonna get Lenore to come forward onto her knees just to show you what it looks like. So we'll inhale, exhale as you roll forward. Beautiful, and then back to your downward dog. So you can come to your downward dog, Lenore, and then when we come to the plank, drop your knees. Let's do 2 more on your own breath, just taking your time, finding that fluidity so it feels natural to you. Good. I think I said 2 more, but we'll do 2 more right now because it looks so good. And I know it's starting to create a little bit of heat, which we need for this practice. Good. Last one here. See if you can make this one a little bit slower, a little more mindful, really moving through each vertebrae, and then take your downward dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Take them to the edges of your mat so your big toes are touching. Sit your hips back. Take a child's pose. You can rest your forehead on the floor, the mat, or right onto your folded arms. Stay with your breath. Take a couple more breaths in and out here. Great job. Let's take one more big breath in and out here. And then lift yourself back into your downward dog with soft knees. Look towards your hands, bend your knees a lot, and you can step or maybe you hop your feet to the top of your mat. Good. Bring your big toes together. Heels are just slightly apart. Bend your knees a lot and sink your hips low. Inhale here. As you exhale, roll up into chair. So our chair pose, sometimes when we think when we want to do chair, we end up hinging forward. In this chair, we want to find as much length through our torso as possible. So this hip crease is really open. That makes your legs work a little bit harder, but you got this, I promise. We'll take a nice big breath in here. As you exhale, hinge forward, reach your arms behind you, keep your chair legs. Inhale, back up. Use your core to lift you up. Exhale, down and back. 2 more like that with your breath. Keep that breath because that's going to help you be okay with the sensations in your legs. Nice work, you guys. Last one here. Come back into chair, big breath, and then stand up, release, shake it out a little. Good job. So let's turn our feet. We'll take our left foot out. So we're turning wide on our mat, coming into temple pose. Your toes can point in the same direction as your knees. So when you bend your knees, your toes and your knees should be lined up. We'll bend those knees nice and low, and then just start to move a little from side to side, hands staying on your hips. Just warming up a little. I mean, you're probably already a little bit warm. Warming up through the hips and the legs a little more. Good, and then we'll settle into the center. From here, turn your front foot. So for me, it's my right. I'm going to turn my right foot towards the short edge of my mat. Lift that left heel and send that foot back. Now the left leg is straight. The right knee is bent right over the right ankle. Good. Warrior 2 legs. Let's extend our arms. Sometimes in Warrior 2, we get tension in our neck and our shoulders. So if you start to feel that, just drop your shoulders, roll it out, and then come on back. Good. Let's drop our left hand onto our left leg. Reach the right arm up, find length. Inhale. As you exhale, reach back. Double check that your front knee hasn't moved at all. It's right over that front ankle. Makes it a little harder. Good. Take one more big breath in here. Come on back to our Warrior 2. Reach forward with your right arm. Forearm comes to your thigh. Top arm reaches straight up to the sky. This right arm, we want to make sure that we're not putting too much weight on it, so we're not dropping and collapsing into the shoulder. Our chest stays open. If looking up feels good, you can look up. Take one more breath in here and come on back up. Warrior 2. Let's do that a little faster with our breath. Inhale here. Exhale to reverse your warrior. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, side angle lunge. One more time. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. This time, sweep your left arm forward and down. Bring your fingertips to the floor. Turn both feet so now they face the long edge of your mat and move from side to side. If this is too deep, you can bring your hands onto your thighs. Good. So when you're ready, find stillness here in center. Let your head be heavy just for a breath. Maybe shake it out, some no's and yeses. Good. Put a little bend in your knees and roll yourself back into temple so knees are bent a lot. We have 2 legs. We're going to the other side. So let's turn those left toes to the back edge of our mat. Right foot goes back so we can straighten out that leg. Reach your arms forward and back, Warrior 2. Good. Drop your right hand, lift your left arm up, inhale, and then reach back. Keep your front knee right over, well, I guess it's your back knee. Keep that leg, that knee right over your ankle. Breathe. Good. Come back up to Warrior 2. Reach forward, forearm to thigh, top arm reaches up. Find that openness. Keep your hips pushing forward and down. Look up, straight ahead, or even down. And breathe. Good. Come on back up, Warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse. Inhale back. Exhale, side angle. Inhale back. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, Warrior 2. Exhale, side angle. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, reverse. Center, inhale. Side angle. Sweep that right arm forward and down. Turn both feet again to the long edge and start to move from side to side. Your hands can stay on the floor. Come onto your thighs. You get to decide. We'll all pause in the middle, little bend in your knees, let your head drop down and be heavy. Maybe shake out your shoulders and your neck. Good. Put a bend in your knees and slowly come up to temple. All right, so that was the warm up. We're gonna move through both sides, connecting them together. Turn your right toes to the short edge of your mat, send your left leg back. Warrior two. Inhale here. Exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle lunge. Sweep that arm down. Turn on both feet, coming into warrior two on the back. Nice work. Inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, warrior two, side angle. Sweep your hands down just one more time on each side. I promise. Warrior two here. Inhale, exhale, reverse. Inhale, side angle. Last time, sweep that arm down, move, pivot on both feet. Come up, warrior two. Inhale, don't forget to smile, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior two, side angle, and then come to the center here, long edge. Move from side to side. Nice work, you guys. It got hot in here. Good job. From here, we'll turn both feet towards the top of our mat. Step that back foot up. Feet about 2 fists width apart. Take a ragdoll. Opposite hand tucks into opposite elbow. Let your head drop down. You can stay still or move from side to side. Just breathe. Nice work, you guys. Last little bit to push here, and then I promise we're taking it to the floor to stretch. Release your hands to the mat. Keep your right foot grounded down and bend your right knee. And for some of us, this is not gonna look, this might not look very pretty or flowy, but we're gonna get there. Lift the left leg straight back. Keeping your fingertips on the floor, bend your right knee a lot until your left toes touch the floor. Good, bend your front knee a lot, and when you're ready, come on up to crescent lunge. So your back leg stays on the toes and that back knee stays bent a lot. Good, from here, start to hinge forward, putting most of your weight onto your front leg. Draw your low belly in and up, and lift that back foot off. Warrior three, breathe, just 2 breaths here. Even if you have to breathe out of your mouth. Good, reach up, slowly come back to crescent lunge. Nice work. Fingertips to the mat, lift that back leg up and step it forward. Shake it out, stand up, just shake it out. Let it go. Well, we have 2 legs. Ready for the other side? Reach up high, fold forward. Fingertips stay on the floor, left foot stays grounded, soften that knee, reach your right leg straight back. Really slowly bend your left knee and place your right toes on the floor. Put a big bend in that right knee and come on up. Crescent lunge. Good work. Start to hinge forward. Don't go ahead of us. Stay with me. And then lift that back foot off the mat. Your back leg is really straight, the toes flex towards the floor. Good, and then bend your knee, come back to crescent lunge. Fingertips to the floor, lift that right leg up, step it in, shake it out. Nice job. Inhale to reach up, fold forward. Bring your fingertips onto your shins, lengthen your spine, inhale. This time, come to your downward dog. Pedal out your legs and come to a seat. Awesome work. Feeling a little warmer?
Ooh.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Extend your right leg out in front, straight from your hips with your toes pointing up to the sky. Your left foot will come onto your inner thigh. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale, fold forward. Just reach as far as you can. Keep your spine nice and long here at first. So in big inhales. As you exhale, maybe start to fold a little more. Good. And we'll sit all the way back up and switch sides. Starting with that leg extended, sit up tall, reach up, inhale, fold forward. See if you can lengthen your spine on your inhale and fold forward. Just go as far as your body allows, feeling a nice stretch. If you start to feel too much in the back of your knee, push your heel into the floor to bend your knee and engage your quadricep muscle. And that will take some of the strain out of your knee. Good. And we'll sit all the way back up. So for this next stretch, it's called deer pose. We'll take both of our legs at almost 90-degree angles over to the right. Good. So depending on the flexibility of your hips, you might be able to have your back leg pretty far away from your front foot, or it might be touching. You get to decide that. Take your left hand off to the side as opposed to behind. It's more off to the side. Sit up really tall and bring your right hand onto your left thigh and help twist you open a little. Maybe look over your back shoulder. Keep lengthening your spine. Now you can stay right here or take your right hand onto your left arm, maybe grabbing around the elbow. And then lengthen up and gently use that hand to help twist you a little bit further. You might feel this stretch all the way up the side of your body. Good, one more big breath in here and come on back to center. And we'll take that to the other side, so let your legs move to the left. You decide where they are in space from each other. Right hand will come beside you out to the side. Left hand onto your knees, sit up tall. Then gently start to twist back. Keep breathing, especially into your side body. And you can stay right here or take your left hand onto your right elbow and gently twist open a little bit more. Good, come on back to center. Bring your feet onto your mat. Make sure you have enough room to lie down behind you and go ahead and lie down. Take your feet to the edges of your mat and then let both of your knees drop to the right for a twist here with wide legs. Your arms can come out to the side like goalposts. You can close your eyes, starting to come into a bit of rest to let that vigorous practice settle in. And then nice and gently take your legs to the other side, slowly dropping them to the left. Good, come back into the center. You can give yourself a great big hug. Hug your knees into your chest, maybe rock a little from side to side. Take a nice big inhale through your nose and open your mouth and breathe it out. One more big inhale and breathe it out. This time release your legs and arms for Shavasana. So again, just like we started, you can extend your legs. You can keep your feet on the floor with your knees bent. You could even take butterfly legs where your feet come together and your knees drop open. Turn your palms to face up. Close your eyes. And just make any last adjustments here for your body. Let your forehead relax and let your eyes soften. Let your jaw become loose and slack. Let your neck and your shoulders release into the floor. Let your arms get a little bit heavier. Feel all of the muscles in your back relax as they sink deeper into the floor. Let your chest be heavy. Relax the muscles in your belly. Let your hips and your glutes and all the muscles in your legs release. Just melting into the floor. Even let your feet flop out if you're lying all the way down. Without moving anything, take a big breath in. Open your mouth and let it go. 2 more like that. Big inhale. Let it go. Last one. Big inhale. Let it go. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. If you have your knees bent, straighten your legs and then reach your arms behind you and stretch your whole body. You can go ahead and bend your knees and roll to your right side. Just pause there for a moment. And when you're ready, press yourself up to a comfortable seat. With your eyes closed and your hands together in front of your heart. The light that shines in me honors the light that shines in you. Namaste.
Location for this episode of Awakened Yoga provided by Lacey Holmes. To contact Lisa, you can visit awakenedyoga.ca.